if me 2 years ago could talk to me now, I think they would just be like, girl, we was delusional. We was trying to get here. Didn't know if we was going to get here, but we just had to keep the delusions going. And like, believing in yourself, yeah, hell yeah, there's a level of delusion. Hell yeah, you need that. You need that. Like, I can't believe I believe everything we have was less. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly. Hi guys, it's kind of been a minute. How are you guys doing today? I know, it's been a while since I did my artist way. Let me get my little thumbnail-y. Yeah, so I know it's been a while, but it's okay. I got a bunch of clips. Week 4 kind of turned into month 4. And I'm pretty consistent on taking longer than a week. And that's fine, but I'm still completing my tasks. I'm still doing it all. It's just like sometimes it takes me a little longer to lock in, and that's okay. But I've been feeling in my soul it's been time for me to record this and get this out so I can jump to week 5. Once again, this is the farthest I've ever gotten in the book, and I really do feel like the videos have been holding me accountable. So we're gonna continue until we finish. So yes, we are in week 4. What is week 4? Week 4 is recovering a sense of integrity. And it says this week may find you grappling with changing self-definition. The essays, tasks, and exercises are designed to catapult you into productive introspection and integration of new self-awareness. This may be both very difficult and extremely exciting for you. Warning, do not skip the tool of reading deprivation. Now, I will say this actually could have been my most productive week, or I guess I did this week in about 2 weeks, but this was definitely my most productive week for sure. I used to read a lot when I was a kid. I was on and off during COVID, and then now I feel like over the past like 2 years I've been really ramping back up and getting locked in on books again. Love books. I really do. When this week came out, I actually was reading Collected Poetry by Nikki Giovanni, and at this point I only had a few poems left. Like, I was literally almost done this 300-page book that I had been working on for a very long time. It forced me to put it down, and I was kind of really upset because I was like, dang, I'm about to finish. And I think that's another part of books that I love, is like I actually feel like I completed something like after I finish a book, right? And so with me having to take a break of reading, it actually did make me incredibly productive. So I'm on the train, and I have a culture page called Culture Gap. If you're interested in following it, I just talk about things that I like, simple, and things that I find to be important. And it's all within the culture. And I do things with like fashion, pop culture, black culture, video games, YouTube, all the things. Right now I'm in like a fashion kick, so you're definitely gonna see a lot more of that, and that's just something that garners my interest, I feel like, the most. But I started like posting morning posts on that page because at this point I was just like, well, I gotta do something. Now, it did say no reading, and it's bigger than just like sitting and reading a book, but I did take that as like an opportunity to also like not be on my phone and do more like actual tasks. So I was in my sketchbook a lot more. I finished a few paintings actually that needed to go out. And kept my room clean. I was on top of that a lot more, and I was just actually getting rest. You sometimes get home really late, or I get home and I have work to do, so at night when I go to bed I still try to get in at least like 45 minutes of reading, and sometimes that causes me to be up until 1 in the morning. I did that last night. I actually was getting way more rest because I wasn't just staying up to read. Now, in this chapter though, she highlights the importance of morning pages, and I actually 100% agree. Definitely been dependent on my morning pages now, especially with this being a book I've tried multiple times. It's something that I never actually let go of. Like, even when I couldn't get past week 3, I still kept my morning pages going at all times because I'm just like, this was actually such an amazing tool. I'm able to comb through my thoughts, even the things that I'm not comfortable talking to people about. I'm still like an incredibly private person. Because I think there's a level of judgment from people on my actions that I just can't get behind. Like, I kind of don't want to hear it. Like, yeah, I think that's really what it is. Like, on certain things that I do, and not even saying that I'm out here doing crazy shit or anything like that, I just don't be wanting to talk about my life sometimes because, like, I don't want to hear it. Maybe that's something I gotta work on. I don't know. But that is how I get to this point, like, of me being so private. Like, I might talk to my sister, I might talk to my brother, but their judgment doesn't feel from a malice place. Like, I know their judgment isn't coming from a malice place. It's like a level of non-bias talking, because it's like we have this unconditional bond. When you don't do your morning pages, like, how do you feel? And I actually start to feel like kind of angry. I feel like pent up, like, I gotta let this out. This gotta go somewhere. And so I feel like it might be something I do forever, not gonna lie. And sometimes my morning pages happen at night too. Like, I am consistent on writing them. And then when it's difficult to write, she was saying we can't ignore it because that's actually the times that we should probably be writing the most. And I couldn't agree more. In the times where I'm emotionally, like, pent up, I actually have to force myself to open that book because it forces me to come face to face with myself. I have to acknowledge how I really, really feel and can't live in, like, a delusion or a denial of what I want things to be or how I wish I felt. For me, to get myself to write more consistently, I realized that this is a commitment that I have made to myself. If I can't show up for me, how can I show up for somebody else? And for such a long time, so I've based so much of my life off of what I can do for others and how I can show up for them, and that it's caused me to not know how to do that for myself. And then it turned me into a complete burnout where I just was like completely unreliable, don't call me, I'm probably not coming type stuff. And like, I don't want to be that person anymore. Like, I want to be someone that when I am called on, I can help. If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love anybody else? Like, Mama Ru clocked it. And what I love about morning pages is I feel like that is a time between me and God. And like, I feel like I probably get like some of the most ideas in those time frames, and I'm just jotting them down. My planner / like ideas book, like this is just like brain fart. I call it a junk drawer. Like, that's how serious I mean. And I'll go back and write that stuff down in this journal so that I can have it in a place where, like, I gotta go back to that. That was actually such a good idea. There was a prayer that she wanted us to say, and I am someone who I consider myself very spiritual, but I don't necessarily go to church all the time. I just talk to God a lot. It's actually such a good prayer, and so the point of this was to read it every morning, and I actually felt like it was such a reminder. It was such a good reminder of what I'm even doing all this for. It like regrounds me and reminds me like where I'm at, my goals of internally the type of person that I want to be. I think that when people ask me about like my future and what I want to do and all this stuff and my goals, like honestly, I worry more about the type of person that I am than necessarily like the large, huge accomplishments. I just want to be someone who brings love and light into the community. I want to be someone who brings us all together. There's something really beautiful about community, especially in the creative world. And like, it's something that I experienced myself. It's been a really traumatic time for me over the past month, and I think that's another reason why this video took so long for me to put out and just be able to talk on camera again. Know that I am incredibly blessed by the people that are in my life and the people that I love and that love me. But to watch that love, like to watch it, and just this chapter being more about being present and not trying to escape the life that you have. And that is one of the main reasons why I even read this book are doing The Artist's Way, is because I want to create a life I want to live. And I'm not gonna lie, I know I'm on that path. I love my life right now. Even though like things come up short and things like that, like even when I feel like so incredibly stressed by what's going on in my life, I have to remember that I'm literally living an answered prayer. If me 2 years ago could talk to me now, I think they would just be like, girl, we was delusional. We was trying to get here. Didn't know if we was going to get here, but we just had to keep the delusions going. And like believing in yourself, yeah, hell yeah, there's a level of delusion. Hell yeah, you need that. You need that. Like, I believe in myself to my wit's end. Like, because that's that connection between me and God that I feel like spiritually. Like, I feel it in my chest that I'm going the right way. And I know when I'm not. I've worked the jobs where I was like, this is not for me, but I need the check. Like, feel that I'm going on the right path. There's nothing more rewarding than that. Seriously. And I'm just immensely grateful. I'm just immensely grateful. These activities this week were actually really self-reflective. Coffee break. And like, I'm already almost halfway through my new journal. Because when I tell you that first page, it's about getting to that second page in the morning pages. Once I hit that second page, I'm locked in. Oh, now I'm a yapper. Well, I am a yapper though. Let's be so for real. I am quite the yaps. Quite the yaps. That's why I love YouTube, because I just love talking on here. And I did try streaming, but I don't like that I have to be live. Like, maybe I'll try it again when I have more free time in my life. Okay, here's the prayer. I think this is it. Okay, so my ideal work environment, which I honestly have created. Cozy coffee vinyl vibe in the spring or fall. That way I don't have to have the AC or the heater on, because these things are so loud and disturbing. Like, I feel like everything in my room is so loud in the summertime or in the wintertime because I have to have the AC on or the heater on, because I am in the basement. I love my room though. I love my room. The amount of noise they make is incredibly overwhelming. Like, seriously, I have to do something about that. I like to have a drink because I feel like a treat. I like to have a drink because it feels like a treat. And as I get work done, I like to have a drink because it feels like a treat as I get work done. Also, jazz or vinyl's playing, so I have no control of the next song and be able to change it. I think that's really important. Sometimes I play DJ sets. Those are my faves too, because if I have no control of the next song, I don't think about changing the song. Like, I had to take away control in order to focus and lock in on what I'm doing. Then I had to write a letter to my 80-year-old self. I'm not reading that to y'all. Then I had to write a letter to my 8-year-old self. I'm not reading that to y'all either, because that made me so emotional. Because for me, as I've become an adult and had more control over my life, I think the only thing I wanted is to get closer to my inner child and who I used to be. There was a time frame in my life where I feel like I was really like numb and just not expressive and just really not myself. And to be honest, I know now that that was a long ass depressive episode that I was in. And so as I get older and learn more about who I am and what I represent and how I want to live my life, it's easier for me to come in contact with that inner child. And then did I break my reading deprivation? I did. I read a magazine, and it's actually my artist date, which is sick. It's sick, but I'm gonna show it to you guys. I read a magazine, and I then binged and grabbed like 2 different books, and I realized I read too many things at one time. I can't do it all. I have 2 books to finish because I'm in the middle of all of them. And that was the biggest lesson of this week. But I be trying to do a million projects at one time, and it's like, girl, take a second. Let's do the things that you started and are in the middle of. And I think that's what I spent all of week 4. I didn't start really anything new. I just completed things. I finished week 4. I grabbed that book and I finished that book. And then my nightstand is filled with books that I'm in the middle of. And so it just made me realize, even just with projects, girl, finish what you started. Like even my videos, like sometimes it takes me so long to drop a video because I'm in the middle of editing like 3 videos. Girl, focus on one thing at a time. I need to focus on the oldest things first so I can catch up. Girl, finish the Wildwood vlog. Like, what are you doing? This might drop before the Wildwood vlog. Like, you're just doing shit. And throughout this artist way, I have fallen back in love with YouTube, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. I hit 300 subscribers while doing this. Because I honestly lost the love of it for a while, because I just felt like I'm putting all this work in for nobody to watch these videos. But then I had to realize I love watching my videos. Is that vain? I don't really care. I don't really care. I realized I'm like, I have to A, make videos that I love, B, make videos that the type of stuff that I would want to watch, and C, not give a fuck. And what I realized is like, I was not making content that I even watched my damn self. Like, I do actually love vlogs and like the type of filmmaking that requires. And I've kind of been like on a vlog study, like of just watching vlogs and like getting content ideas and like kind of like consuming a little bit more so I know what I'm doing and like the direction that I want to go in. And it's made editing so much fun. So much fun, like learning new tricks and new hacks and like getting deeper into the knowledge of creating these videos. Like, I actually now have so much fun doing them that I honestly wouldn't have known how to unlock without this book. Seriously. And so I'm grateful. I'm genuinely grateful that I seen this in a movie 4 years ago and I bought it. And it sat on my shelf until I was able to complete it. I'm just incredibly grateful. I'm incredibly grateful for what it's unlocked in me. Thank you, Julia Cameron, because you are a queen. Thank you. Do you guys like watching this type of stuff? I know I do. I hope you guys have been enjoying my Artist Way journey. We are now on week 4 and week 5 is coming up. I'm about to start reading that too. So just like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's your favorite hobby maybe. If you make it all the way to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. And guys, don't just watch this one. Go watch some other videos that I have on my page too. I just am so grateful, and thank you guys so much for watching. Be safe, eat something good, and have a good day. Bye! I can't believe I believe that